What's good, YouTube? Chris from Team Innovation here, bringing you guys a video today talking about how to prepare for a big event. So without further ado, let's begin. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people message me all the time, a few of you guys and people on my personal Facebook, on them prepping for an event. What should they do? What should they expect? A lot of players, especially a lot of my subscribers, have not been to big events. And even a lot of veteran players haven't gone past the local level. So this video is meant to help you guys prep for that event. And I'm just going to tell you guys how I prep for big events. So starting off with everything, because regionals, YCS prep, ARG prep is pretty much all the same thing. YCS prep is a little different, and I'll get into that. But regionals and ARG is pretty much the same thing because the numbers are smaller you have a smaller sample of population pretty much. So pretty much for a regional ARG, I just do what I do for everything. I study OCG, see, okay, first of all, you gotta see what deck you're gonna play for the event. Once you scratch that out of the way, I like to study what the meta might hold. So let's say, for example, I got a regionals next month from now, and the ban list is coming up, and I noticed the OCG had Necros way before I had Necros, so I'll study the OCG, go on YGO organization, and see what people were citing for Necros and what was the main deck text. Like, for example, when I did the whole Necros thing, and when I did the whole how to beat Necros deck, I noticed a lot of people in the OCG around the time when the Necros was running rampant, main deck shared right, which is a very important card to stopping the deck. Now, a lot of TCG players are not hip to the shared right train yet, but a few of the guys at top with the ritual beasts have. And shared right, for you guys do not know, once again, it basically is a quick play spell card that says every time when you activate it, and it resolves. Every time your opponent searches, you draw a card, which is really good. So pretty much you activate it on Necros, the deck is heavy on searching, it's gonna stun them in their way. So I feel like studying ahead with OCG can help you prep for your regionals and YCS due to the fact that you're going to know what's coming before a good amount of players know what's coming. A lot of players, that they go to these events, do not study OCG. Hell, I didn't even know how to even look up OCG until I started getting more deeper and deeper back into Yu-Gi-Oh! The next thing I do for prepping for an event is time. I've talked about this before in other videos, but time management, getting your list ready at least weeks in advance, sometimes a month in advance, and tweaking it slightly days after the event. You really typically want to have your deck ready a week before the event, and you just want to spend the whole week of your of the event just testing and adjusting to your deck and adjusting to your play style, because come time to the event, you don't know what you're going to play against, so you're going to make sure you're going to want to minimize your play errors. I feel like minimizing the play errors are very important. Another thing I do to prep for events outside of studying OCG and obviously just doing tons of play testing, you have to know what your meta is. Now, while you're studying the OCG and seeing what the meta is out there, that's not always going to 100% tell you what your meta is at the TCG. So, let's say, for example, in the TCG right now we have Burning Abyss, Shadows, Cleaforce, Necros, and let's just throw Satellites in there, for example. I know if I go to a tournament right now, I'm going to have to face off against those decks, so I have to play test against those decks and see how my deck works against those decks accordingly. Now, keep in mind, you can't always study for the tier 1 decks. You got to also study the tier 2 decks, which a lot of players mess up on, even a lot of these big name pros, because you prep for one deck. Let's say a lot of people go gun-ho, okay, I prep for Necros, prep for Shadows, prep for BA, prep for Cleaforce. Then I played against Heroes and got my ass beat. Or I played against Yosenju and got my ass beat. So you guys really got to know what these tier 2 decks do, how they win, what their basic combos are. You don't got to know all the combos, but what their basic combos are, so that way you won't get caught off guard stepping into a big event. At least that's what I do. Like, when I go, and the perfect way to learn all this stuff, especially for you guys that do not have time, you got a lot of you guys work like I do, go on Dueling Network. You pretty much will see all of these decks, these rogue decks, pretty much all the time, because there's a ton of players on Dueling Network, especially from the rankings of 100 on to up to, say, 1200 that plays nothing but rogue decks. You'll get a few meta decks here and there, but you'll get a lot of the rogue decks. And since you'll get a lot of the rogue decks, when you come down to tournament time, you're like, oh, okay, I know what Yosenju does already. Oh, okay, I know what Ritual Beast does already. And so you won't be surprised when they try to pull off that little tricky combos and etc. Like, oh, okay, cool, that's a little sweet little combo. Too bad I'm already got this trap stun ready for it, and too bad I got my Thunder King in the side deck because I know it's Thunder King works for your deck. Like, it looks like little small things you got to worry about when going to a big event. So yeah, pretty much cover all the bases for a regional and ARG. And the only thing that's different for a YCS, you really do have to prep. YCS is more random. It's like a large scale locals in my personal opinion now, because YCS are open to everyone. So you got to really prep for, or at least know what a lot of tier 3 decks do. You got to know for a lot of tier 2 decks, and you got to expect players teching. You got to know what main deck tech trends are. Like right now, I know going into a big tournament, if I went to a big event, let's say I had a YCS next week, I know everyone's hyping Spell Counselor right now, so I gotta know just in case, does my deck have an out Spell Counselor? What is the variable of me placing off against a player doing that? I mean, there's no way you can actually guess the mate if you're gonna run into somebody using Spell Counselor or not, but if they play it, you should pretty much have a plan for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always a fan of prepping for everything. Like, you can't literally prep for everything, but I'm a fan of trying to prep for everything. So the big difference when it comes down to YCS, you really got to expect the unexpected. And you always got to expect those people playing the bitch-ass troll decks like Chain Burn, Final Countdown, etc. Because those decks can really knock you off your game. Like, I remember one time when I first went to Nationals, 2012, I lost the Chain Burn round 3. I was so fucking pissed. Especially because he scrubbed out. After that, I had Rory Curry, and he had the MST, and it was pretty much GG, no re from there. I was playing windups, and I was hella salty. So, as a recap for this video, I like to study. For me, when I prep for a big event, study the meta, study the OCG meta, try to predict the future, tons and tons of testing. I made a video on that before. 8 hours a day of testing is optimal to get your best results going into a big event, and then don't change your deck the week of the event because you're already fine. It should already be fine-tuned up until then. Now, I know a lot of players don't do that already. They just build their deck, take to the event, and etc. But I'm a big advocate of prepping months in advance for a big event. Like, I know I got YCS Chicago coming around, and I already know I'm playing Hero, so right now my Hero deck pretty much ain't gonna change. Maybe once Blaze might come out, I might make a few small tweaks, but pretty much that's it. Like, I already know what I'm gonna play. I already know how the OCG trends have been. So I'm just on smooth sailing up into the event, a few tweaks here and there, and I'm done. So a week of the event, I can just do small testing against the road, and I'll be able to step into the event with my confidence up here instead of down here. And all I gotta worry about is just not getting sacked. So with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helps a lot of you guys that keep asking me questions on how should you prep for a big event. If you enjoyed this video, let's try to get 40 likes to show your support. 40 likes would be awesome. And of course, I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players. And I truly believe you guys also help me become better players. As you guys know, I'm terrible at ruling. So this is Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Prep for those event guys. Have a good day.